I think confidence level is, when I first came into the league, it's not necessarily overwhelming, but it's a different game than college, and it takes a little bit to get used to, and I think confidence and experience is such a huge thing for a hockey player, and me especially, I find when I'm playing with confidence and I have the experience and stuff like that, I seem to play better, and I think the experience and the fact that it is my second year, late in my second year now, it's just I think things are going well. I can't really put my finger on exactly what it is, but no, it was a good weekend for us, stat wise and all that, and just the way we played, I think we played pretty solid together. For us to get in that spot, we have to win probably all three here coming up for our final three. So I think that alone will just be, give us huge momentum going into playoffs. So as nice as it would be to win the banner, I think the fact that we would be playing, good hockey going into playoffs is more important than anything. So and if we do get that spot or even third, it puts us for home ice. Throughout at least probably the first two rounds, and that's a huge thing for playoffs. I mean, you want to get that extra game at home, and makes a big difference. You know what? I'm not really sure what it is. I think we both just played well on this particular weekend, and things were going well for us, and I think we both just kind of played our games, and we just read off each other and compliment each other pretty well. I think I can't really put my finger on exactly what it is, but it's just one of those weekends. It was good for both of us, and did all right. So.
Or at least has some extra English on it, movement. You're not just getting the goals, but you're getting a lot of good bounces. Is this as lively as your shot has been in a while? Especially the ones from 15, 20 feet out and longer. You're getting a lot of movement, a lot of velocity on them.
I think so. I think lately I've done a better job of just getting the puck on net and hitting the net. And I mean, if you're not hitting the net, you're not giving yourself a chance to score. So I've hit the net a little bit more lately, and I've been fortunate enough to get a few bounces. Pucks going in that maybe shouldn't have, but it's trying to get the puck on net, and you never know what happens. So
good for him. They were talking about it actually after Sunday's game. Maybe the possibility of it happening, but. Steve, obviously being the guy he is, wasn't too sure, but thought he had it in him, and sure enough, Monday morning comes around and he gets it. So it's good for him and good accomplishment. We've been playing together for a while, and I guess this weekend we finally clicked, and we're passing the puck well, we're moving our feet, and that's what we got to do. We got to make the first good pass, and we just got to play our games, and I think we did that this weekend, and Steve played really well this weekend, and especially on Sunday, and. You just got to keep that going throughout the playoff stretch here and the rest of the season. It's always key. You want to be up there as high as you can. Home ice advantage throughout the playoffs is key. And just being Bakersfield would be a nice accomplishment for our room and stuff. And so it's it'd be a good goal for us, and that's what we got to do. Yeah, it's obviously playoff time's coming up. You got to get ready. You got to play hard, and. I've been lucky these last couple of games to get some points and get plus that I wanted, and I just got to make sure I keep that up for the rest of the season and throughout playoffs.
I think you saw Vanny progress last year into the role that he had in the playoffs, being an impact guy for us, and I think both of us thought he'd have a better start than he had, especially statistically. But I think it's always a strong indication of what type of a player a guy is and how he plays in the crunch time. And this is crunch time, and he's stepping up to the plate. So I think you're just going to see him get that much better and better as this, as the regular season winds down and the playoffs heat up. So he's been good. He's doing all the things he's supposed to do. He's keeping the game simple, and he's making plays. He's playing with his head up a lot, which I think is really the difference in his game lately. Not too many defensemen get a chance to win that award, so it's great. It's great for him. It's great for, I think, the whole D unit on our team, that they're seeing guys get rewarded for a good effort. But he's played real well. I think in the absence of a few guys at different times, he's really stepped up and kind of been a leader in a lot of areas on the ice with his play. So I think him and Bendfeld have been a pretty steady pair over the last two games for us, and did a lot of good things for us. So it's again, I think it's good anytime an individual gets one of those individual awards and accolades, and it's important for a team to be recognized, and important for those individuals to be recognized. Bakersfield?
Yeah.
I'll watch it thoroughly. I'll watch it thoroughly. Yeah, no, we'll watch it on B2, and obviously just do some scouting, watching Vegas closely, seeing some of the things that they'll be doing, and trying to get ready for our 3-game set against them. And but everyone's watching everything. You know, you're not just waiting to check the score at the end of the night. We'll be following, and I think every guy in the room will be following it pretty closely too, just to make sure that. You want to know. You want to know what it does if a Vegas win all of a sudden muddies the waters a little bit more, but gives us an opportunity that we're only 1 point back, and then it's just with 3 games left for both teams, it's who gets more points in those 3-game sets for us. But we need 2. We need 2 more than them. A tie doesn't. They already got the tiebreaker on us and win. So it's a lot of scoreboard watching right now, and it's a fun time of year to be able to do it. Get to the conference finals. If you're not the higher seed, you got to do some pretty special things, and we were able to do that. Obviously, we got home ice by default. We didn't completely need it in the first round against Alaska, but we had to go in and play 2 really tough games to win them in overtime against Bakersfield, and if those games go any other way, and maybe it's a different story going through that series. So the second seed obviously gives you home ice guaranteed all the way through until you have to face potentially Alaska in the conference final. So I think it's a pretty an important element when you're going into a playoff series, because the hardest round to win is the first round. When you get to the second round, it gets a little bit tougher, but obviously you're down. The other team might be banged up a little bit from the thing, so some different variables that come into play. When you get to the third round, everybody's playing well. So those first 2 rounds, they're the tricky ones, and they're the true challenges getting there. And it doesn't get any easier, but it's quite an accomplishment to get out of there. So home ice would be a huge benefit to any team, and obviously we feel that we're right in the driver's seat to a certain degree. We need a little help from some other teams, but we got to take care of our own business. And if we get the second seed, great. Winning a division's a great accomplishment, but just like last year, it's not the most important thing. Ringwald's activated. Constance still under the cap 2. He's on the active roster as well. Those guys are both questionable for tomorrow, but there's potential that they could go in, but they're questionable. Kelly Chewy's probable for tomorrow, and Jason Pitton will be out of the lineup tomorrow. Just a little bit of a maintenance stint on the IR for him, so getting ready for the postseason.
And
Claire's on. Yeah, he'll be on the IR. He'll be on the IR through the end of the season, and then just basically a day-to-day thing for him, though. Really about how he progresses over the next few days will determine if he's able to go game 1.